Hey everyone, Scott Player Popcorn fan here, and in this video, I just got home from seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with my buddy Sean. I already did a review for him that he'll upload at some point later, and I want to do my review of the movie now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. In regards to what I think of this movie compared to the previous films, I think like the second film is probably my least favorite out of the three, just mainly because in that second film you had that human marriage, some subplot with the, with James Marsters' character and his, his girlfriend and his girlfriend's sister who had that marriage in the second film, and I was just like kind of with that whole subplot in that film. And thankfully with this third film they completely focus on Sonic and his friends. I really like Idris Elba as Knuckles, and of course Tails, and I like that trio of characters that now that we've had them established in the last couple films and have them as this trio of characters in this one, which I really like. And I also really dug Keanu Reeves as Shadow. If I didn't know it was Keanu Reeves, I would have guessed Hayden Christensen in a way, because I think the journey that Shadow's character is kind of having in this film, I think it's very fascinating. It's being adapted from one of the Sonic games. I'm not sure which one, but I thought it was well handled. I thought there were some really tender moments with Shadow's character where you did see a part of him that you could sympathize with, and I really liked that about the Shadow character. And being voiced by Keanu Reeves, he had this motorcycle in the film, which is kind of a nice little nod to John Wick. And this movie was super fun because of Jim Carrey himself. Like Jim Carrey kind of doing what he does in a lot of his movies that he's in, playing multiple roles. He's well known for that, Jim Carrey, and he does that so well in this movie as Dr. Robotnik, and also his grandfather, who, it's not a spoiler because, his grandfather character was teased in the trailers, as well as Shadow, so that's not spoilers. But I really just thought they were just such an amazing comedic duo characters being played by the same actor. And Jim Carrey he's just hilarious, and whenever I see him on screen in anything. And I thought, his story, it kind of connected to Shadow's story, which is another thing I really liked about this movie. Like, there's this flowing story being told, and with interconnected character relationships, and I really liked that, and it helped keep the story focused, and that's what made this movie definitely my favorite out of the three. Like, easily, this is the best out of the three films. And there were a few moments where there were like pop culture references in this movie, and there's this one moment where they reference Pokemon, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And also there was also a moment where Sonic referenced Superman, which is kind of funny because I'm wearing my Superman shirt today. And also, speaking of, like, before the movie played, there was a preview for the new Superman movie coming out next year, directed by James Gunn. So glad I wore my Superman shirt today. So yeah, and the choreography with that one dance between the two Jim Carrey characters, that was, I laughed so hard at that scene. I laughed so hard at that scene. That was priceless. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this movie is entertaining from beginning to end. I really did not see any pacing issues with this movie. Like, I thought this movie was perfectly paced. It was a great film. I loved the music too. Like, a lot of the song choices were really nice, even though I didn't really recognize any of the songs. But it was a nice soundtrack, and overall, this was a surprisingly really good film. And I it's kind of hard to say whether I like this movie more or the Mufasa movie. I'm kind of leaning more towards Sonic 3, just for the sheer fact that it was just hilarious from beginning to end, and it just had a lot more action, you know. So yeah, Sonic 3 is definitely a movie that I really, really enjoyed. It just put a major smile on my face from beginning to end. And this movie does have a few post-credit scenes, so stick around in the credits to the very end, and you know, nice little tease of what will come next, because I'm sure that they will make a fourth film, and seeing this franchise continue, hopefully, maybe one day crossing over with Chris Pratt's Mario character. Maybe, who knows? That you never know, right? I mean, it's different companies making these movies, but you never know, right? Because Mario, Sonic, the Detective Pikachu, you never know. I know it's different companies, and there's probably like legal issues to deal with that, but I am sure that maybe at some point down the line they could do like a Super Smash Bros. Movie, and that would also be a lot of fun, but could take years. We'll see about that. But yeah, overall thoughts, amazing film. I definitely give this I probably like an A minus. I don't think this is a masterpiece movie by any means, but it's definitely the best Sonic movie so far. And I really have to stretch the thing about critiques. I really don't have any, except for what I liked about this movie is that, you know, similar to the Mufasa movie, there's themes about love and betrayal within families, and I think that's really fascinating too. Like, and I think that in a way, like, Gerald Robotnik was a little bit more evil than, you know, his grandson, and it was a really interesting dynamic. Just seeing how the way Gerald is and the way he's thinking, very similar to Dr. Robotnik, his grandson, and I thought it was really fascinating that the way they were telling that story, and also that the relationship between the two of them, it was just pure gold. It was pure gold. Oh my goodness, it was just Jim Carrey playing off of himself, which is just so much fun, and yeah, I really have to stretch the thing about critiques because I just can't think of any at the moment. So, I guess I would say like maybe I liked. I guess there's one character in this movie, Kristen Ritter's character, who I'm sure those of you that watch the Marvel Netflix shows know her as Jessica Jones. There wasn't a whole lot to her character. I will say that there wasn't a whole lot to her character. She was kind of like this woman in the government who there just wasn't much to her character. She's one character in this movie that didn't have much to her. So I will say that. But other than that, I love this movie. So yeah, A minus from me. That is my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I am sure I will do like updates of whatever comes next within this particular Sonic universe that's being created, and we'll see. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and tonight I think I will be seeing Nosferatu, so look forward to my review of that as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.